Hi, I'm Shara Cunningham, the Area Volunteer Coordinator for Eastern and Southern Africa. I supervise the Missionaries, I host short-term teams, and short-term volunteers. I was born on the island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the Caribbean, and I lived there with my family until I was 8 years old. My family and I then moved to St. Croix in the United States Virgin Islands, where I lived for several years. And then in the 10th grade, my family and I moved to St. Thomas, also in the United States Virgin Islands. And I stayed there until about the age of 21, where I moved to the mainland and continued my college education in the state of Georgia. I attended Kennesaw State University and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology. After college, I worked as a pharmacy technician in a hospital in Georgia for about 8 years. And then I moved to Arizona, where I continued working as a pharmacy technician, also in a local hospital, and then for the state prison. During my time in Phoenix, I attended Christ Church Lutheran, and I went on about 9 short-term mission trips with my church. And that led me to pray that the Lord would lead me to serve as a missionary more long-term. And in 2009, I accepted a call to serve as a geo-missionary with the LCMS in South Africa. During my term as a geo-missionary in South Africa, I worked as the administrator for the African Orphan Project. This project cared for over 200 orphans, providing medical care, making sure that they had access to good education, providing for all their needs, and providing spiritual care. I also assisted in opening a preschool, or creche as they call it in South Africa, which is still an active ministry today. In 2012, I ended my service as a geo-missionary and transitioned into a career missionary position where I currently serve in Kenya. In my role here in Kenya, I serve in 3 areas. I supervise geo-missionaries, I host short-term mission teams from LCMS congregations, and I place short-term volunteers. I really enjoy working with our LCMS Mercy Medical teams. Mercy Medical teams serve in several countries around the world. I help to host the teams here in Kenya and Uganda, and next year in Tanzania. These teams help to provide medical care in areas that might not otherwise have access to decent health care. This past August, I hosted the first Mercy Medical team in Uganda. I went ahead of the team 3 days to meet with the local pastor, to visit the site for the clinic, to make final preparations for the hotel, to make sure that the medicines were going to be delivered in good time, and to meet with the Ministry of Health to finalize on the medical personnel from Uganda that would be working alongside of us. A clinic usually lasts from Monday to Friday, and we treat people from the surrounding communities. By the end of that week, we gave medical care to about 2,300 people, serving from a 6-month-old baby up to about a 100-year-old woman. One of the most important components of a medical team, or any of the teams that I host, is the spiritual component. While the people are there waiting to be treated, the local pastors and our team chaplain take the time to gather them together to share the gospel message, to pray for everyone that's there, and sometimes they sing worship songs as the people wait. I would love to connect with people who are interested in my life here and my work as a missionary. Request me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, check out my Tumblr blog, check out my website where you can find out more information on how to support me. Send me an email, mail me a letter. I love getting letters from people. And of course, come and visit. I love being a missionary. I feel very blessed to serve the Lord here in Kenya. I always get excited about opportunities to serve the Lord, and especially to go into those hard places where people may not have ever heard the gospel, and to be a good Christian witness. I can't imagine myself doing anything else, and it is my greatest prayer that God would continue to use me as a missionary for many years to come.